Hey, so in this video, I'm talking about how you can use ExpressVPN when it comes to playing Call of Duty Warzone. Now, there are a few different reasons you might want to use a VPN like Express when you're playing Warzone. And maybe one of the most common would be when it comes to getting better or more stable ping, really. So your ping is going to be determined by which gaming server you're connected to. So here is, at least for Season 5, the map of game server locations in Warzone. And let's say, for example, you lived somewhere in Central Asia or, Eastern Europe, then you may not be getting very good ping, or regardless of where you live, sometimes just because of the way your ISP sends your connection to the gaming server, you might not be getting very stable ping. So that's where a VPN can help. It can help you potentially get better ping if you're far from a gaming server, or at the very least, hopefully you'll get more stable ping. And the way to do this would be by first finding the closest gaming server to you. So let's say you lived somewhere in like Central Asia, then the closest gaming server to you would probably be this one in Warsaw in Poland. So we would go over to ExpressVPN. It's really simple. You just click on this location bar, and then you have the list of locations here. You have recommended locations and all of the locations, but you can just search for it here. So let's search for Poland. And there we have a server in Poland, so we can just connect up to that. And in just a second or two, we're connected. And now, hopefully, when you go back and you play Warzone, you should be getting better or more stable ping. And a good idea before you start up the game is just to go into Steam, go to your settings, and go to the downloads page over here. And then before you start up the game, just match up your location to the one that you're connecting to in the gaming server. So we would just find Poland over here and connect up to that server, or Warsaw, something like that. You want to just try to get the server in Steam to be close as possible, or matching the server that you're connecting to in the VPN. So that's just another little tip. Now, once we're in Steam, I wanted to tell you another thing that ExpressVPN can help you out with, and that is potentially getting better deals in the store or accessing DLCs that are only released in a different country. So you can use ExpressVPN to do that. And there's just one thing though you have to know, is that for Steam, you're gonna need a payment method that matches the country that you're connecting to. So prepaid cards won't work. You need an actual payment method. And really the best way to do this is to make a new Steam account. But before you open Steam, make sure you connect up with Express to the country that you want to make that account, where that you want to get that discount or that DLC in, and then open up Steam and make a new account. Now, there are times you may get stuck in a captcha loop, and for that reason, you want to make sure that you have a good VPN. If you're not using a high quality VPN, then it's very likely that will happen. And if it does happen, or just as a precaution before you even do this, it might be a good idea to go over here and just clear download cache, clear your cache, and just do that. And then on top of that, another thing is to go into your search bar, type in CMD, and then open up the command prompt over here and type ipconfig/flush DNS and click enter, and then go ahead and create a new account, again with the VPN connected to the country that you want to get the deal in, and then you'll be able to get the prices and discounts that are available there, and you won't need a payment method for that country. And lastly, another thing that people often use ExpressVPN for is to get easier bot lobbies. Now, if you want to find out more about ExpressVPN, I'll be sure to leave some more useful links in the description below. But there is one last thing that using a VPN is very helpful for when you're playing Warzone, that are made specifically in order to get you easier lobbies. The thing is that in testing, I found that a lot of other players are also using these same VPNs, and you wind up in sometimes even sweatier lobbies than without it. And on top of that, you just won't get all the added benefits of a VPN, like being able to access content, streaming content, or other things that are only available in other countries, because those VPNs are made specifically for Warzone, and they won't work for other games or for anything else that you would want a VPN for. So that's why I would recommend a VPN like Express, or some of the other top options like NordVPN or Surfshark. But the way to do this would be to basically find a location where the game is A, not that popular, and 2, where it's less likely that people are going to be playing. So some of the 2 most commonly recommended locations for this would either be Vietnam, and you have a server for that in Express, or also Kenya. So that's another option. And you want to try to connect up when it's maybe like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning in these locations if you can. And that way you hopefully will wind up connecting up at a time and in a place where there aren't a lot of people playing, where there aren't very experienced players in the game. And that way Warzone will have no choice but to either put you in an easier lobby and you can get around the SBMM, or just a bot lobby and you'll have an easier time playing the game and not wind up in all of these really sweaty lobbies. So those are some of the main uses for ExpressVPN when it comes to playing Warzone. Now, ExpressVPN personally is one of my favorite VPNs. It's just simple, easy to use when I'm gaming. I just open it up, connect up to the location in a second, and then I can go straight into Steam using the shortcuts, or Valorant, because that's the game that I'm playing right now the most. So I can just jump straight into there, and I find it to be really easy and simple to use. And on top of that, it's also very stable. Of course, you always want to be sure to have the best protocol selected. So in ExpressVPN, that would be the lightweight protocol. Sometimes I have it on automatic if I'm connecting up to different servers because I want to be able to get the most optimal ping, but a lot of times I will just have lightweight UDP selected. This is generally the best option. And if you have, let's say, NordVPN, the best protocol would be the NordLynx protocol. With Surfshark, it would be the WireGuard protocol. And speaking of NordVPN, by the way, this is also another really good option if you want something that has a lot more features and a lot more things that you can get out of a VPN. Express is built specifically to be very simple, to be very streamlined, and just be easy to just plug and play. You know, you just open it up and get going. NordVPN has a lot more going on. So if that's something that interests you, then I will be sure to leave a full in-depth review for NordVPN and for Express and Surfshark as well. I'll throw that in there in the description below, some full reviews if you want to find out more about these VPNs. But basically, it's a little too much for me to cover right now, but NordVPN has a lot more options, a lot more add-ons, basically like a mini antivirus. There's a lot you can do with Nord. So if you've maybe tested out ExpressVPN, all right, all these VPNs have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can always just try them out, see if you like them, and if you don't, ask for a refund and get your money back. So maybe you've tried out Express, it's not for you, then I would definitely recommend trying out NordVPN as the next alternative. So that's pretty much it. I'll be sure to also have some discount links for you in the description below in case you want to try any of these out. Those links will save you some extra money. And that's all for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one.